All right, it's time for our always popular top 10 list. This month, sponsored by Active Bodies. Eric James is here, right there from Active Bodies. That's where you go get in shape when you have too much beer. We have a special guest to join us to present this month's top 10 list. Well, come on out first. From Crescent Crown Distributing, Mr. Neil Baier. Neil, come on out. Have a seat, sir.
That's a fine-looking desk you have.
Yes, yes, it is. Now, let me just say a few words that Neil's not expecting. We would like to take this opportunity to thank Neil and Crescent Crown for being our gracious host for the last 3 years. We think this is, you guys have been a fantastic place to have Mesa Morning Live, and you do a bunch of good stuff for the community, and this is fabulous. I can't believe it's taken us 3 years to do this.
Neither can I.
I think we should do this every month.
Well, as you know, the reason why we did it this month is because there's a fun little event in May called Cinco that Crescent Crown distributes about 96% of the Mexican beers in this market, including our #1 Mexican beer, Corona. So I asked one of our managers to put a little desk together, and I said, just make it, you don't have to go nuts. And he looks at me and he goes, we're Crescent Crown, we do everything nuts. So I'm like, all right, you know what? And he was here at 3:30 this morning putting this together. So this is kind of what we do. So when you walk into a supermarket or something like that, you see our displays. This is kind of how we roll.
That's awesome. Well, we thank you very much. And we just said, hey, Neil, since you guys have been our gracious host, you're in charge of the top 10 list. So what did you come up with, Neil?
It's the top 10 reasons we love drinking beer.
I know it's early, but I expected more out of the beer.
And it turns out that beer has been around for about, 10,000 years. They found beer-making stuff in ancient China digs and with the pharaohs in Egypt. So it turns out that there are some very famous people who also like beer, and I selected a few quotes that really shows how much we love to drink beer.
Cool. Well, run with it.
All right, so number 10, Arnold Schwarzenegger says, milk is for babies. When you grow up, you have to drink beer. Number 9, there's no such thing as a bad beer. It's that some taste better than others. Billy Carter said that.
Wow. Well, he knows good taste.
He does, and peanuts. Number 8, Stephen Hall said, beer. It always seems like such a good idea at the time, doesn't it? What's worse is beer seems like an even better idea after you've had some beer. Number 7, Kinky Friedman said, beauty is in the eye of the beer holder. These are getting better and better. Number 6, historical. Kaiser Wilhelm said, give me a woman who loves beer and I will conquer the world. My wife loves beer, by the way. It's a great thing. Number 5, this is one of my favorites, Frank Zappa. You can't be a real country unless you have a beer and an airline. It helps if you have some kind of a football team, which we do, or some nuclear weapons, but at the very least, you need a beer. Number 4, Henry Lawson. Beer makes you feel the way you ought to feel without beer.
That's too deep for me.
Especially at what, 7, yeah. Number 3, if you have to work, you might as well work for a beer company. Oh, wait, I said that. Never mind. 2, my favorite one is Ben Franklin, the most famous beer quote in it ever. Beer is proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy.
And the #1 reason that we love beer.
Beer. It's the best damn drink in the world.
Big round of applause. Thanks, Neil. Thanks, man.